Hey, lovies, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's me, El Marie. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with me. Today, we're going to be talking about planning, purpose, and obedience. Ooh, it seems like obedience is a dirty word, but we're going to be getting into that soon, okay? All right, so let's talk about purpose. That is like my number one big thing, and I know you guys have heard it before, and there's been some contradictory things about it, but I'm just going to express to you how I see it and how I utilize it in my own life, okay? So, purpose is the main reason why I was created. If you look up purpose in the dictionary, it says the reason why something was created or something exists, okay? So, that is the definition that the dictionary gave us, and I'm on board with that definition. It fits everything that I believe, and it fits everything that I am like pursuing in my life or going after when it comes to purpose. So, there's a purpose for everything. Everything has a purpose. Everything that was created has a purpose. Even this YouTube channel has a purpose. The purpose is to spread love and light of God, God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. That is what I believe, and we're going to be sharing those principles with you. That is the purpose. Kindness, spreading healing in a broken world with some broken people. Unfortunately, the world is broken. It can be fixed one person at a time. That is my hope for the world. And we just got to heal, and we can heal, and we can become whole, and we can pursue everything that we were created to be and to do, right? The to do part is the planning part, but we'll jump into that in a minute. So we have a purpose to fulfill, and we have assignments to do, and all of those great things. So that is why I am jumping into this YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and like and share and put those notification bells on. Yeah, I'm that person. Just got to put it out there, You got to set some standards and, put some requests out there, and hopefully it'll happen because we do want to grow. My connections, my people that I connect with on social media, I wholeheartedly call them my lovies or lovies, not even my, just lovies, because I love to love on people, and I love to help people feel the love. That is coming from whatever I'm teaching or coaching at the moment. I hope they feel it. I hope they feel it, and I hope they receive it drenched in love, and drenched in kindness, and wrapped up in the gift of I want you to be the best you that you can be. And that's what this channel is about. That is what we are here for. It took me years to figure out the purpose of this channel, but we are here and we figured it out, lovies. So here we are. So thank you so much for coming on this journey with me, because I'm not saying that it will not evolve from here, because that's what we do. We're evolutionary people. We evolve, we grow, and we learn, and we share, and we give, and we care. That's what we do as a people. That's what innately we want to do. But a lot of times, our circumstances, our personal things come into play, and it makes it very hard to pursue those kind things when we live in a world that can be unkind and cold at times, depending on how you look at it and what lens you have looking at the circumstances of the world, and how you can see all the bad and overlook the good, but there's a lot of good in the bad. So yeah, definitely remember that. In purpose, though, everybody has a purpose individually. No matter what family you were born into, no matter if you were diagnosed with some type of specialties or something that makes you absolutely special. Maybe you were counted out because of how you grew up in the household that you came through. You didn't have any choice of who your parents were. So let's get that straight. You didn't have any choice of who your parents were. So you can't be bogged down by their choices and their circumstances and the way that they live. You can always learn from it, but please don't take on that heaviness of that if you do have that there. So there's a purpose for all of us, and that is what we should be pursuing every day. And then you come into the planning part of it. The planning part of our life is the plan that God has for us. So it's like, what plan, how does that coincide, or how does that mesh with the plans that I have for myself? And a lot of times, if you do have a relationship with Christ, then you'll know that you'll have ideas, that come through, and you may not know what to do with them yet. And then you start planning. Okay, maybe that's just me, okay? I have ideas that I come up with all the time. I have a list of ideas, and I'm a doer. So once I get it in my head, I want to go and do it, or at least go and get it organized and planned out and structured out. And I want all of the things. I have the plan in bold, font 18, bold, underline, purple. And then, I'm telling myself right now. And then I have bullet points on the steps that I need to do and the things that I need to do. And you guys, it's not all about that, honestly. It's about timing. That's big. The timing on your plans has to meet the timing of God's plans for your life. Because you can have the right plan at the wrong time, and that can kind of screw you up too. So we don't want that to happen at all. But then you can have the wrong plan. Like, that's not the plan. It looks like it may be the plan, but that is not the plan. Or you have a plan and you go in a certain direction with that plan, and God is like, absolutely not. So yeah. And it's not in a harmful or hateful way. People think God is so mean. And it's because you're not getting what you want out of life. So if you don't get what you want, you think somebody's punishing you, or somebody's picking on you, or that sort of thing. And God is not like that. God is full of love. God is the ultimate Father. Don't ever compare God to the Father that you have on earth. I don't care if you have the best Father on earth ever. Don't compare, because there's no comparison to that. So yeah, our plans. I was like, what was he talking about? Okay, our plans are not like God's plans. We should have plans, and we should have different standards, but we should be okay with what God decides to do. If he wants us to go in a different direction or that sort of thing. And then let me tell you, God is not going to force you to do anything. God is not going to push you to do anything. He will remind you. He will give you subtle hints. He may even speak to you and tell you what you should be doing. But the choice is yours. And a lot of times we blame God for the choices that we make, and that's not cool. Like, how would you feel if somebody blamed you? Like, you ruined my life. But, ma'am, sir, you chose to go that direction. I didn't choose that for you. I'm just here trying to support you. I'm just here trying to love on you. I'm just here trying to bring out the best in you. And you make those choices. That's why I never give. And my best friend taught me this. She said, I never give advice, because I don't want somebody coming back and saying, because you told me to do this, this happened. Either way, whether it's good or bad. And that's the thing, because if it's good, they'll rely on you for more and more and more advice. And you don't know it all. The funny thing is like, you got so much going on in your own life. Like, you need advice for your own life. So I can't even give advice to somebody else. But I tell them how I see it. Because a lot of times I see it in different eyes. I see it as a whole and not just from the vision of them. Especially when it comes to choices in a relationship or a career. We just talk it out. We talk it out. I'm a mentor of young moms. And some of them aren't moms. They're just young ladies that I absolutely love and adore. Those are my babies. But we talk it out. I may say something very, very enticing or persuasive. Just because I know from experience, I know from how much we have connected what the best thing for them would be. And I mean, some stuff you ain't gotta know, like toxic relationships and stuff like that, but you want the best for them. So I try to give my point of view. I try to look at it on all angles. And then I tell them to go and make your decision. And that's really what God allows us to do. He allows us to see things from all angles. He allows us, if we're looking, because you can be closed, you can be like having like those things, what they call them, like this tunnel vision on what you really want and what you would do to get it. Oh my gosh, that's a whole nother video. But God's plans for your life is a roadmap to where he initially created you to go or created you to do. Everybody's different. Everybody's different, because if everybody was the same, we wouldn't need so many people in the world. Everybody's purpose is different. No matter if we're talking about, it's like 8,000 people on YouTube talking about purpose and all of these things. And it's like, why would you even tap into that? Because my voice is different. God created me different. He's going to have lovies connecting to me because my spirit is different. They can connect to someone who has my characteristics versus someone who has other characteristics. And then the people that can't connect to me can connect to someone else. And that's what it's all about, because we're all different. Everybody has a sound that's coming out of them. And you may not can hear it, but it's a voice that God is giving you to get out into the world, because he is not literally coming down to the world again into the end of the earth. And even then he's just going to destroy it. But no worries. We'll talk about that later so you can get an understanding. But he sent Jesus down on earth. And y'all, they not coming again. So the whole purpose is for us to spread the message. And the message may not be turn your Bibles to Romans 6:8. I don't foresee me doing that, because that's not how God put me together. I believe in the Bible, absolutely. But I give the Bible to you in story form and through life experience, so that the people that I'm geared to, the lovies that are drawn to me, will understand it. We break it down so it can be in pieces. Not saying that everybody can't understand the principles of the Bible, because really they're super simple. If you open yourselves up, it's a lot of if-then statements. If you do this, then I'll do that. If you do this, then this will happen. Not like a genie in a bottle. It's just like math, If you put 2 and 2 together, you get 4. That's kind of how the Bible is with principles. And a lot of them are principles, and a lot of the Bible is storytelling. So that you can get those principles. A lot of people take the Bible so literally. When it's just talking about, principles of living. So I like to give principles of living. So then it makes sense, it'll make sense to where you're going. Something may click. You may not get it all in one video. You may not get everything from watching me. Please go out, scout out different people. I have a lot of people that I watch and study from and study with and talk to on and off YouTube. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of different people, and it's all about planting, watering, and reaping, right? So we may talk about purpose and planning today, but that just may be the seed to what you're going to reap in knowledge and wisdom later on. And so if I plant the seed and somebody else comes and waters it, I'm grateful. I've done my part. I may not be the seed planter and the waterer and the reaper. I may not be that. And when I say reaper, it's like the people that pull the plants out of the ground. I may be the water for you that day. Maybe something that you hear from me about planning, purpose, and obedience will resonate with you and remind you of something that you've heard before. That's watering. So yeah, those are the plans that God has for me, connected to the purpose. So the purpose is the overall why. The plans are the specific assignments that he has for you to do. So then let's jump into obedience, because we can't do nothing if we're not obedient. If we don't become that lighting is better. Y'all, I am fresh and raw. Anyways, stay focused. Obedience. Okay, start over. Okay. I can't. Y'all, I'm a giggle box. And that's why God is serious. And God has a sense of humor. And I just give it to you light and lighthearted. Okay. back to obedience. I'm not going to edit any of that out. I think I'm just going to put this out raw without any editing and see what happens. Come on, El Murray, focus. Obedience. So that's what ties in purpose in planning, obedience. Because if you're not obedient to what God tells you, then what's the purpose of purpose? What's the purpose of planning? What is the purpose there? So our obedience is to what God leads us to do. He's not going to drag us like we talked about before and make us make decisions. He's just going to give us some instructions and see if we follow them and help us along the way. And that's what this YouTube channel is about. Obedience. I have been supposed to, I don't know if that's the word, but I don't know if that's the phrase, but it is today. I was supposed to have this channel up and running years ago, and I started it and revamped it. At first, it was like a beauty thing because I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I was into hair and makeup and beauty. I was a makeup artist first, and then a licensed cosmetologist, and I was into hair and beauty and all those things. So that's what it was at first, and then it turned into, and then I had the mind of turning it into like t-shirts because I do own a boutique, and I was going to talk about that and that sort of thing. And then it just kept evolving in my mind, and now for this time, like I said, we are evolved beings, but for this time in my life, we're just going to be talking about the things that God wants to share, right? And the things that I could help you with. Now, I'm a helper. I was made and created to be a helper among many other things. So if you have any questions or anything, I don't claim to know it all because I don't. If I did, I wouldn't be further along in life, but I don't know it all. But I've had a lot of experiences. I've had to coach people through a lot of different things just because of my career and all of those things, and being a mentor. It's so great. Mentorship is awesome. I love kids. I love young people. So, I have a lot of knowledge, and y'all, I've been through a lot of jobs. So I've experienced different type of people, and different things. And so now I'm a full-time entrepreneur and a full-time caregiver. So there are many life lessons that come into that as well that I'm learning, and on the journey. You learn on the journey. You never knew that water was wet until you put your finger in it. You never knew that fire was hot till you got close to it. You just learn on the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're here. We're here to be obedient to God and get his message out. And like I said, I'm not fire and brimstone. I'm love and light. And God told me that a long time ago. I just wanted you to show love. I just want you to help. I just want you to be kind. I want you to be my hands and feet. And God wasn't going around smacking nobody. He might have turned up a table or two, but he wasn't smacking nobody. He wasn't kicking nobody while they were down. So I'm not condemning. Who am I to condemn? God, no, that was so funny. It's so funny because I'm healing too. I'm broken too. So who am I to condemn or judge anybody for anything? Sheesh Louise. I'm not. I'm on my life's journey just like you are on yours. So if I can help you, if I can give you a hand to kind of help you out of the stuck places, whether you're stuck in fear, stuck in failure, stuck at start, can't get whatever started, can't get those plans started, can't get that purpose defined, for your life. I'm here to hand you a hand in some knowledge and some wisdom that I've gained along the way. So if you want to talk about anything, let me rephrase that. If you want to talk about anything productive, just leave a comment in the comments. And I am working on this channel, so you will see the elongated vertical video for tonight, because out of obedience, I am just pushing record. Okay, I am a perfectionist, and that's one reason why I haven't done this podcast. But I have great accountability partners. One in this particular area is Anna B, the MC. Make sure you go and check her out. I'll put her link in the bio, or in the, not the bio, jeez. I'm used to social media. But I will put her link in the, what we call it here? What's this called? In the little thing. In description. In a description. Because she is a very great person to be connected to. I love her to life. So anyway, she is my accountability partner for YouTube. So she challenged me when I was on her podcast to go ahead and get this started. And I told her that I'm game and I'm down with her. And y'all, that was 2 weeks ago. And I'm just now getting the going. And today, everything, I was gonna shoot this at the office. I have a cool background that looks like, wood and all that kind of stuff at my office. But distractions came and I had to really come back because I can't be gone too long. Because I take care of my mom, so I have to run in and out. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta get this done tonight. So I was like, God, are you telling me not to do it, or are these distractions? And he was like, these are distractions. So I gotta get it done tonight. So I'm getting it done tonight. So here we are. I don't think I'll do too much editing on here, and I'm just gonna give it to you guys. And then that will give me the start. That is the start of this season. And my goal is to post at least once a week. And then I'll figure out which day so that you guys can hold me accountable and be like, Elmarie, where you at? So this is going to be called Elmarie's Coaching Corner. So welcome to Elmarie's Coaching Corner. Why is the introduction at the end? I don't know. But welcome to Elmarie's Coaching Corner. To all of my precious lovies, I love you so much. I cherish you. And if nobody told you today, you are valuable, you are loved, and you are seen. I see you and I see all the goodness in you. And if you were not in this world, it would not be the same. All right. Remember that. Love on yourself and love on others. All right, lovies. Until next time. Wait. Like it. Share it. And hit that notification bell. And subscribe. Not in that particular order, but you guys know what to do. All right. I love you to life. I'll talk to you later. Lovies. Toodles.